other hand, Airwolf gonna rotate this very late. They play kind of almost a similar style as if you ask me, the approach is almost the same as 4M, but
Oh,
there's gonna be a bit of a car flip. Don't do this at home.
oh, very interesting choice here coming from Aerowolf, considering that they were on the military island self here. They actually tanked the circle twice and rotated from the island, from the western bridge, and then coming in from the western side here. That's a really huge rotation here. They might be going into this next phase of the zone relatively late, as well as blind into those games as well, because the rest of the teams are pretty much making so much noise, so much information throughout the vicinity as well. Look at this. Team Secret G looks like they will solidify to try and hold their grounds against 4AM, try and contest the whole vicinity here. Gangzo getting a couple shots in here, but we do see Konina Power also going to be trying to kick a little bit of a pixel tickle here, whereas 4AM is going to try and hold down the mountain terrains here. But look at this, Hasaki will pick up Cosmo to begin with here. That's going to be a not looking too good for Team Secret Jin. As you can see, Kagazo is going to try and pick him up here, and fortunately for him, they will be able to manage to save him in the nick of time there, Chu.
I can see the Kanina power just now. That sway coming from that scope for Scar Hill. It's not an easy dance for you to control your barrels. But meantime, it's very sparse for Kanina power. They are kind of in between within so many teams, but they just making sure they didn't get discovered so fast. In the meantime, this circle shift a bit hard shift towards the left side. But look at that spray. Kang's a bit subpar, not clipping anybody just yet. 4EM just gonna pass by without any harm before. Not even a brazen check if you ask me to pass towards the next compound they're aiming for. They got themselves into the circle just to make sure they won't get pressured by the blue as well. Zeus on the other hand already parked themselves in the middle of farm, but it's not going to be just in this compound. They'll be occupied more than one teams. They're probably going to be three teams right across them, while the other two teams are fighting against each other. There's three teams breathing behind their necks. In the meantime, 4AM take down here. Savan will be knocked down by Zeus first, and Sin has tried to get on Navi's side. So they're picking every corner there is. 4AM, they just don't know when to stop shoot, to stop moving. They just keep on finding their victims for the cross of their arsenals.
Yep, and speaking of which, 4AM taking full advantage of the situation and getting a couple knocks to Team Secret Jin, and then immediately taking advantage of the situation and rotate in. So fortunately for them, they do find themselves a really nice cover to begin with here, and guess what? They are smack middle of the circle here. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams are going to be slowly creeping away in and potentially clashing in towards the guys from 4AM. Meanwhile, 33 Sven here, he does get knocked off here, so Hasaki, he's trying to make a way, trying to go in for the save. However, not the most ideal situation here, because there is 14 team alive, 55 alive in this relatively small circle. This is meanwhile, this IC gonna be making sure that 33 Sven doesn't have the easiest of pickup here, or maybe even potentially get picked off completely there, Chu. As IC actually getting knocked here, Hasaki and they're complete. However, slowly but surely here, 33 Sven here, he is bleeding out eventually here. What is 4AM going to do here? Because as of now, the rest of the members here from the southern section here, we do see BTR going to be holding on the fight against Konina Power on top of that as well. Zexer is going to get knocked off. Meanwhile, Ryzen as well, they are trading after trade here. Meanwhile, little did they know here, there is also a team creeping up behind them here, Chu.
Yeah, football has just arrived. They are the last one to be inside of the circle, but they will not stop going in. They are moving forward, and they will have to take down Omegatron first. Their path has been crossed here, and Kanina Power just now, they got stuck between so many teams, but now stuck into another three-way battle. We talk about football is creeping behind with the DP28 Rome, trying to scoop for Zoxy, being very quiet, but couldn't land a shot yet. He's a bit hesitant when it comes to making a call, and it's going to be important because you want to make sure you don't want to exploit too much for your position. The moment you open up fires, you have to make sure it's going to be one whole knockdown entirely, or not. It's going to be a waste of time, a waste of economy and resources. Now, Luxy, where would he go? He spot a couple of members in a small window, but Frozen will keep on frozen in time. He got knocked down first on the second story of the house, but that was huge. That nade was beautiful. 100% sealed the deal from Ryzen, but it's not done yet. Bigatron, they cannot take a breather. The nade for Mobile Ryzen, he got punished out of nowhere. Where did that shot coming out from?
Football is taking advantage of the situation, going for the third party here, going fantastic up on him here, and now the former champion, they're gonna get swamped in as Raul gets a couple knocks in. The knees comes in to finish them off at BTR. They're in some serious trouble. They're in between the crosshairs of both these two titans here. Tuxie trying his best to actually hold down the fort for the team aliens here, and now booking a nade here. Tuxie, can he go in for the lob? Does he connect? Nade here doesn't seem to connect there, so Tuxie's going to survive meanwhile here. Meanwhile, Zo to try and hold out a compound as the circle is slowly creeping away. 10 seconds left before the next phase comes in. Zuxi is going to be the last man standing for the former champions here. He's going to be holding down the fort. He gets not going to lose here. And can he still do it for the team here? Because the circle is going to push them all out here. Football is today going for the pick up here. Meanwhile, Konina Power, they're just taking a chill pill. They're just slowing down their pace here. They are going to try and third party and get a couple kills here. Meanwhile, big need from also Tuxie on open is going to be in some trouble. Tries to hold down the ball, but he's out in the open. Lovers, he gets tagged up pretty low. Tuxie, can he do it here? The Wonder Boy is getting flanked from multiple here. Meanwhile, Lovers he's going to take advantage and heal up, and Zuxi, he lives for now, but this is going to be a really, really rough game here for Zuxi here, Chu.
Is a huge responsibility for Zuxi again to just make a miracle play, make a huge clutch over and over, and now it's down to him and him only to make a big impact, make a change for the team. While in unison, they move footballing the spot out Zuxi again. I have to say, Zuxi has no way out now. It's been blocked. All exit, all way out is just being barricaded by the buggies. There's no way for him to actually escape there. If he does actually can get away from this kind of circumstances, which is too sticky for him, but footballers, they figure things out. They want to go for the safe zone first, while Rogue is scouting over Zuxi. He's just across and couldn't spot him out yet. This move covers him so well. Zuxi been staying very quiet, hoping and praying for balls to spot him out. Rogue still kind of figures there's somebody around the corner. They can't smell him. They sniffed out his position, but Soul K is there as well for the backup. Brock Slays eliminated at 13, while Team Secret Malaysia fighting against the Titans, the powerhouse of 4 a.m. But Zuxi not done yet. He knocks one down, I think. And now there's one more to go. It's only needs to go against one, the blue. The blue closing even for the more. There's nowhere to go. He needs to get out. It's the fifth phase. It's not as merciful anymore. At the mercy of the blue, can he heal it on time?
Yep, he's gonna try and go for the heal here. Meanwhile, Konino Power is gonna try and smoke their way in towards the out and openness. But Football is slowly creeping their way in here. Zuxi gets a couple shots in. Meanwhile, no, he gets taken out there. That will be it for Bigatron Red Alien here. A really tough circle indeed here. Footballers taking advantage here. Tactical decision. They finally creep in. Meanwhile, Konino Power, they've heard all this commotion here. Looks like they will be split out a little bit more as the circle is going to be forcing them out in the open here. Meanwhile, another fight is about happening here. The western side here, Team Secret, going to be gatekeeping a couple of members here coming from ALS. As you can see, Rex is slowly chipping away towards the pixels here, alongside with 4 a.m. here. This is a disastrous fight for the guys in purple there, Chu. That is hard push there coming from 4 a.m. as well as Team Secret there.
Is a complete mayhem broke up the movement. They have a bit of a hardship for the circle just now. 4 a.m. so still holding this compound quite strong. They have 4 walls to go against them, and it's not going to be that easy to take these Titans to go down. Now the Illuminati next, the Western world has kind of crumbles over as 4 a.m. triumph for now. A1 does not donate, falls down one more member there. A1 seems to be been popped up by the play zone as well. We're talking about Arrow who kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere. And we know it just happens to fight so many teams in front of him who's only hot. Top 5 teams seems to be dropping like flies as we speak. They cannot even hold their ground.
Meanwhile, in the midst of chaos as well, everyone is struggling to make it to his next phase zone as well. No is they're going to be looking to solidify to get them as much manpower as they can towards this next phase circle here. Meanwhile, Team Circle has been one of the biggest threat in this game here. They've got 5 kills in total. Look at this. They're going to be trying to third party this fight. Meanwhile, they're going to be sending you high with the buggy to provide a little bit of a cover and also mobility here. Whereas Zeus is going to be smoking up in the point here. Luz will catch out Rex there. That's going to be Rex down for the count. Knocked here. As Footballers, they're thinking about going for the push here. Are they going to do it here? As okay, it's going to be smoking up to try and take care of the Seer as they need it for their fight here. Looks like they won't storm out. One fight. iShots will get a couple shots in. He gets a nice knock here. Fantastically done here coming from Team Secret. But can they keep our momentum here? Because Team Secret here, they are getting swarmed in. And Footballers, they go in for the huge swarm. A huge flank coming from Love. And they go in for the clutch save. And Footballers, they manage to win the 4v4 against Team Secret despite all the commotion that you.
I don't want to be the receiving ends as getting in the fight against Footballers. They have been taking after one team to another. They're just bulldozing every single team they're fighting against. They're moving in such a great resonance as a team. They're taking all the Titans down easily. It looks so easy on their side. Zeus on the other hand, Zeus is still surviving. They lost one man down. 4 AM as well. Might just have a couple of casualties on their side. Savant is knocked down for the many times ever. And nobody can revive him for now. It's too risky for them to expose themselves just to save one mate. Sometimes you have to neglect, you have to abandon the ship if you need to for the sake of a greater good. On the side of Zeus, Godless, oh well, I have to say he's not bulletless because he got pinned down so bad by 4 AM, who's suppressing them to stay in the blitz as much as possible. But the circle shift downwards. Again, it's gonna be 2 teams inside of it. One of it gonna be Kanina Power and Footballers again. They've been favored for this first game in day number 3.
A big nade there coming from Zeus there as they hold down the fort here. 4 AM is taking a lot of damage here. Meanwhile, they are on the furthest edge of the circle. They need to make this work here. Meanwhile, we are down to the final 5 here. But Molotovs has been made here coming from Sinher. So he is pretty much in a really tough spot here. He does have 9 kills for the team here. They've got a total 9 kills from Zeus, but can they be a little bit more here? Because we are now towards the final 5 team. Footballers, they have gotten 10 kills themselves here. They've conquered everyone from the south here. They've destroyed both Team Secret. On top of that, at this time, they have the high ground, they have the numbers advantage, and 4 AM is not in the clear yet. And Footballers is looking to rack up some serious points this game, Chu.
They just so potent. I have to say Football is coming up very strong for the first game here. Giving such an impact. Cannot even stop. 4 AM Hasaka is still trying to pin down on the Zero. I think that's the last member for this for now. But he's going to be struggling to get the boat afloat. And no! There's going to be one more team down. Zeus on the top 5. Down to 4. Footballers. 4 AM. It's going to be Alpha 7 and also Kamina Power has been very quiet for the past few battles here. And they're still standing down, playing at the sideline, watching about what's happening. And they're just going to play it very safe because there's only white left on the side of Alpha 7. Raw, he's trying to state out some statement here. On the side of Footballers, still going in such a great team play come from these guys. They might be skinny for now. Brazen a bit, Lovazim kind of be shot by a couple of bullets. Team, another one down on top of 4 AM. Footballers, they might just win, take away this game.
And ladies and gentlemen here, that is going to be Footballers taking the chicken dinner for today. The first game for today. What a phenomenal finish here from Footballers here. Very tactical attack coming in from the southern side. I did not expect that at all, Chu. Wow, what a performance here. This is the Footballers that we've been seeing from last year in the PMGC in Malaysia as well. This is how they usually play here. Extremely smart, extremely tactical, and their timing was impeccable on top of that. Look at the attack here from how they actually attack from the south side when they engage against BTR. That was insane. Like, who would have thought that the perfect timing was just wait them to kind of panic and then just go in for the sweep here? And this did not